Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. So today, actually last time, I did that last time too. We worked on this. This is the guitar fetish. I call it the Rickenbacker. Here it is in the other angle, the awkward crotch angle is what I'm calling this one. So if you missed the last couple of episodes, check those out as well. I picked this guitar up for $159 plus an insane case. Less than $200 with shipping for this guitar. It needed some work. The tuners that came on it were terrible, so I got some $35 Amazon tuners, put those on. That's these from the crotch angle there. You can tell I'm wearing shorts. I kind of look like Angus Young. It's such an awkward angle. It needed new tuners, so I put some $35 tuners on it. The fret job on it was terrible, so I leveled all the frets, gave it a good. There's still a couple areas up high that aren't very perfect. Polished the neck, and yeah, we got this beautiful guitar. It turned out pretty good, just the way it is. For I mean, the pickups are very microphonic, but for $159, this is an incredible guitar. But how does it compare to a real 335? See, awkward camera angle. It's been a dream of mine to have a 335 since the first time I heard B.B. King. Even though technically Lucille is more of a 345, who can afford one of those things? Getting this guitar just made me want a 335 all over again. I bought this. So today in the studio, we've got a brand new Epiphone Sheraton II Pro. I know what you're thinking. That's not a real 335. It's not. But who can afford a freaking Gibson? If I could find a 60s Gibson 345, I would be happy. Probably not. I'd probably still buy more guitars eventually down the road. But this is the closest I'm going to get, and I am not sad. Like I said, this is the Epiphone Sheraton 3, or Epiphone, stop looking at my crotch. This is the Epiphone Sheraton II Pro in vintage sunburst finish. The whole reason I bought this guitar is because I wanted to see how it would compare to the cheap one. So let's compare the two. Let's just talk, okay? It's over here. We're going to talk about guitars. Stop looking at my crotch. Stop, okay? Stop. So, the Sheraton is a handcrafted guitar out of China. Handcrafted. That means no machines made this thing. It is all maple, pretty much. So you have layered maple, top, back, and sides. Your neck is a 5-piece maple. It's 5-piece hard maple and walnut. And I can't remember what the fingerboard is. I think the fingerboard is walnut. I'm not sure. Made of laminate maple all over. The neck is solid maple, and the fingerboard is a, wait for it, hold on, Puet Ferro. I have no idea what that means. Epiphone Pro Bucker 2 and 3. So the bridge is the 3, the neck is a Pro Bucker 2, and then check this out. Let me get close. Coal splitting. No name pickups, just I guess cheap Chinese pickups. Basically, you could buy this guitar, or you could buy like how much? You could buy 2.5 of these guitars before you bought the Epiphone. Stop looking at my crotch. But the price-wise really isn't. Well, I mean that is important, but it's not what's the concern here. What do they sound like against each other? So I wrote this little tune. We're going to play this little tune for you, and then that'll give you an idea of, you know, how they sound. If you don't have headphones on, you might want to put headphones on. I've mixed this to where this guitar, the Rickenbacker, is on your left side, and the Epiphone Sheraton is on your right. All right. Here we go. not bad. Not bad. Okay, so overall, I'm gonna be as honest as I can. I mean, I'm very partial to this guitar, but that guy did not let me down in the test. I'm honestly surprised. Acoustically, that one sounds 100 times better, mainly because this one is so much thinner than that one by probably quarter-inch, maybe something like that. So it's gonna be more acoustical than this one. But you don't buy them for acousticality, you buy them for, you know, looks and electricality, if that's a real word. The pickups on the Rickenbacker, they're no-name pickups. They do have a higher output, I noticed, than the Epiphone Pro Buckers, whatever these are called. But these are more clear, more clear. Is that the right word? So like these pickups on this cheap guitar, they sound amazing. They are really deep. I used the same settings on everything. Both guitars were ran straight from the guitar, no effects, into a clean Fender Blues DeVille 60-watt tube amp, into my audio system, into GarageBand. Nothing else. Nothing in between, no effects, anything was added. No reverb. Well, there was reverb on the amp. And they both sound really good. The Epiphone, I mean, honestly, I think... What do you think? What do you think sounds better? I think the Epiphone sounds better. Just because, in my style of playing, I like that rockabilly sound. I like more brights in my tone. So, like, even to have a guitar of humbuckers is strange for me. But I think the Epiphone has more brights than the cheap guitar. But that being said, that guitar could put up with this one. I would put the two against each other. Yes, you have microphonic feedback and crap that's going to come from that one a lot sooner than you would from the non-microphonic pickups in this one. But the two together, they sound pretty good. When you put them, when they're both playing together, it really sounded, it almost sounded like a chorus, like the mix that it was giving. Obviously, with a $150 guitar, you're not going to get incredible hardware, incredible pickups. So like this guitar, I'll probably leave to one of my kids. That guitar probably won't last that long. What you get when you buy a more expensive instrument is not just like, if you bought a real 335, that's an investment. That's something you don't ever leave the house with. I don't know how often this will leave the house. I would probably be more likely to go play a dive bar with the Rickenbacker than I would with my Sheraton. That's just me being honest. But I used this in band practice the other night and it sounded amazing. That's all I can say. Would I recommend buying the Rickenbacker? Yes. If you need a cheap guitar to get you started, just you want a feel for a 335, you want a guitar that you can play and you can mess up and you can mod on and not have to worry about anything, that's the perfect guitar for you. Would I recommend the Sheraton? Yes. 100 times yes. What do you think? Did you like the Rickenbacker tone better or the Sheraton's prone? The Sheraton's prone tedder. The Sheraton's tone better. This guitar is like a dream come true for me, just to have it. I'm torn. I mean, this guitar is like a dream come true to me, so of course I'm gonna be like, oh my god, this Epiphone sounds so much better than that cheap guitar about Guitar Fetish sounds. That's what I sound like in my head. I think very little of myself. I don't know if it's just in my head. I love the way the Epiphone sounds, but I also love the way that sounds. What do you think? Which do you think sounds better? Would you be more likely to spend $159 plus shipping, or if you can find one of these, $699? I found it for $586, so you might be able to find it for that on this plus ship. Actually, shipping was free. If you liked this video, leave a thumbs up. If you didn't, that's fine, whatever. If you would like to see more on the Epiphone Sheraton Pro, what are you? Sheraton II Pro. I'll do a more in-depth, like we can hear some tones. I'll do the, the cool taps and all that jazz for you. Maybe we'll learn some jazz. We'll play some jazz on it. If you'd like to see that video, just leave a comment down below. I'll definitely do some more on the Sheraton. Make sure you tune in next week. We're going to change the tone of that thing completely. We're throwing P90s in it. Are you okay with that? I think it's okay with that. Bye!